The rates are going down. Now what do I do? Probably just renting away until the rates drop enough. So many people just like you have been just watching the rates. But what is enough? The biggest misconception is a lot of people are waiting for the rates to drop because they think that's when they're going to get the best deal. In all reality, the best deals have been happening the last 6 months. Because while all these buyers, probably like yourself, have been on the sidelines just waiting for the rates to drop enough for the price or the mortgage to make sense. Be real. By the time you hear about this kind of stuff on the news or in those big media outlets, the opportunity already passed. It's like trying to listen to someone tell you when to buy crypto and got it a day late. So before the rates dropping becomes national headlines, this is your window of opportunity. That might be 30 days, 60 days, somewhere in that ballpark. This is the opportunity right now. This is like the last call if you're trying to get the best deal. And I'm going to explain why. I'm going to break this down as simple as I humanly can. Okay. Today, you pay $350 for a house. Every single one of our buyers this year has gotten seller contribution to their closing cost. So estimated closing cost right now is about 4% of the purchase price. So you're looking at $14,000 would be your closing cost. That does not include down payment. We're going to use FHA as a guideline. A lot of people use the FHA mortgage type, and that has a 3.5% down payment is the minimum down for that loan. So now we have a $14,000 closing cost with that. All right. So now what you need to actually close on a home to buy the home is over $26,000. But if we can get the seller to contribute and cover your entire closing cost, now we've dropped you down to only needing $12,000. I know, Chris, but if I'm at a 7% interest rate, am I really saving any money? And to answer your question, if you're going to be at a 7% interest rate for 30 years without ever refinancing, no, you're not going to save any money. However, just yesterday, it's all over the news that the Fed has plans to get rates back down to the 4% mark. That is the magic question. Why would a seller pay my closing cost? The answer to that question is really simple, okay? The market has been flipped to a buyer's market for over a year now because of high interest rates, really. With that flip has also come a mindset of scarcity, which means these sellers are going to be more willing to negotiate with you because their home has been sitting on the market longer. So it's coming from a fear standpoint. I'll show you what's going to happen if you wait for the rates to go down. Within 90 days, that 350 within 90 days will then become 425, give or take maybe 5%. This is how that works. So right now, if you were at 350 at 7%, your monthly mortgage payment is going to be around $2,760, okay? If you're at 425 at 4%, guess what? Your money went further. You saved $200. But there's something very scary about this, and I want to bring light to it. I'm going to point something out. If you had 350 and you refinanced at 4%, your payment would drop to $2,100. Which one is actually the better deal? By the way, when you buy it at 425 with all of the other buyer influx, they're not going to be paying your closing cost. So let's go ahead and put, which is actually going to be higher than 14,000. Let's go ahead and at least put the 14,000 back into that equation, because you've just lost the leverage of the market instability. That means you just lost the 14,000. This is the scary part, is if you bought for 350 versus 425, that's what? A $75,000 difference, okay? So if you get a job offer or someone in your family's health declines, you need to downsize or relocate, among many other possibilities, now you have to overcome an additional $75,000 in the new sales price, which would put this beyond what the market value would give you. So when you go to, if any of that happens and you buy at the higher number, you're upside down. There is no winning to waiting for rates to drop. You will only lose if you buy into the fear of waiting. I'm passionate about this. I've been doing this for almost 10 years. I'm a native to Central Florida, and I watch people make these good and bad decisions all the time. So if you have any interest in having someone just talk you through what your options really are, and I don't care what state you're in, if you just want to talk to someone about what are the next steps, what you should do. That's someone who's just going to evaluate your actual position and not just try to hard sell you into something you don't really need. Numbers right here on the screen. The most important thing is you don't hire the wrong realtor, okay? It is crucial because that person is going to either make it they're either going to line you up to make a bunch of money or they're going to line you up for failure. And I'm going to tell you right now, less than 13% of consumers use the same agent more than one time. Why do you think that is? It tells me one thing, if nothing else. It tells you that less than 12 or 13% of consumers would ever use that agent again. Because why? They didn't do the right job for them. So who you hire matters not only just for that moment, but when you come back over to this chart and you're talking about possibly having a $75,000 deficit, like this is your family's financial future. This isn't just a real estate transaction. One more food for thought. Most people move every 5 to 8 years. So the likelihood of you staying in a home for 30 years is super unlikely. And the likelihood for you never refinancing it is even lower. Bless you guys. I hope I get an opportunity to serve you and your family in some way, shape, or form. Take care.